Oh, good morning guys, it is day 4 of our little adventure. Today we'll try and tackle that bad boy, Ben Nevis. Oh, I'm absolutely freezing. If nothing else, I deserve a thumbs up and a subscribe just because I had frost on the inside of the tent this morning. I'm absolutely freezing. We're going to have a quick cuppa, have some breakfast and then decide which route we're going to take and how far we're going to go. Because we're not camping up Ben Nevis tonight, we're coming back down here to bed tonight. We're going to take lighter packs. Now the guys are going to take their day sacks, which are a lot smaller than the big ones which we took to Steel Falls, but I still want to take quite a bit of camera equipment, so I still want to take my light, my softbox and all that sort of stuff, so I'm still going to take my big pack and just not take as much weight in it. I think it's something like a 60-65 litre pack. All I'm going to need is some spare dry clothes just in case, some extra layers because it is freezing up there, and then the camera equipment I want to take. Now the bother I had with my batteries for the drone, I'm going to try and remedy that by putting a hot water bottle in with the batteries in my bag to try and keep them warm, because I guess as the higher we get, the colder it's going to get and the more difficult it's going to get the batteries up and going. So hopefully that'll work. It means we can get some great footage as we walk up Ben Nevis and get some great stuff from whichever summit we make it to. So it's that time, we are all packed, we are ready to go up Ben Nevis. I'm a little bit nervous, I've got to admit, especially when Sean said make sure you bring a knife in case you need to cut your own arm off. So we're just going to take it slow, see what the conditions are like. Hopefully we'll get as high as we possibly can, and I'm sure we'll get some fantastic views. The visibility still looks really, really good. It's still really, really cold. So we'll just see what happens. So we are here, my bag is packed. I've got a really big one, bag that is. GoPro's on the top, I've got my drone, I've got my camera, my stills camera, I've got my video camera, I'm recording on my video camera. I'm feeling a bit better now we've got here, although there's a safety, like, rescue helicopter hovering around the top. It doesn't make us feel great.
Yeah, waiting for us to get there.
Yeah, so they just said, yeah, someone must have put a call in, thanks very much. So look, we're going to take it easy today. Like I said in my first video when we did this, just a little disclaimer, I'm not a walker, I'm not a camper or anything like that, so this is all brand new to me, so I'm just going to take it easy, see what happens, find me gloves because my hands are cold already, and just enjoy this experience. Great start. We've been walking for about 5 minutes, we've already went the wrong way. So now we're walking through a field of sheep. They don't look best pleased. Neither am I, I've just stood in loads of sheep shit. You can only get better from here. Just look at this sunshine. I'm shooting up at f13, just exposed properly, so it gives you an idea just how bright the sun is behind me. It's absolutely glorious. The views now, God, we're only 20 minutes up the hill, but already the views are absolutely spectacular. It's definitely going to be worth it when we get to some summit here. I just hope the wind stays down. I've just done an Instagram live story saying it's not very windy, it's good conditions to get the drone up. But then all of a sudden you get a big gust of wind, they'll probably take the Mavic straight out of the sky, so I've got to be careful with that and just make sure I don't lose it. It's a long way down that hill if it goes down.
Rewind the good times, no need to be sad. Look back in love, cause you know you were there. Every day there's so much that is new in the story of me and the story of you. We're making memories, making memories. We're making memories.
We've gone on a little bit further and you can start to feel the temperatures drop as we get that little bit higher. It is a little bit easier to breathe, I don't know if that makes any difference. It might just be because my nose is cleared up a little bit from my hay fever, but it's 350 metres, so we've only gone up about 50 metres from when I last said about 300 metres. And we're still walking on this winding brick staircase, stone staircase. It's fantastic that someone's put it here. We do wonder how they've done it and how long it took just to make sure we can enjoy these sort of views without too much hassle walking up. So we're at about 377 metres towards the top, so about a third of the way there. We're just having another little rest because some of these stairs are quite steep. And us being the general lightweight, fit people that we are, struggle with these stairs a little bit. But it's nice just to take this in. When you're walking in, it's a little bit like at Steel Falls, when you're walking so much and you're checking your footing on the stairs, you're not really taking everything in around, you're taking in the scenery and what's there. So just getting these nice little stops means you can just take in more and appreciate the view a little bit more than just walking up, especially being this first time we've been up here. So I'm hoping we're going to get a little bit of a plateau soon so I can get the lights out and get a couple of portraits of some people. There's plenty of people on the trail now, so I'm hoping we can do something like that, just something with a little bit of a different background. You can see I'll darken it down a bit, just the mountains and the sky and stuff look brilliant just in the background there, which would make for a fantastic backdrop for an image, particularly up this high, because everything I've shot so far has been relatively low looking up, so it'd be great to get something higher looking down. I've got to be honest, I used to be really fit. I used to play basketball for England. I used to be a county cross-country champion. I used to be 100 metre, 400 metre champion, long jump, footballer. This is probably one of the most intense things I've ever done. And I know loads of you will say, oh, it's not that bad, it's not that steep. To me, this is really steep, especially carrying the pack I'm carrying. I know that's my own fault because I wanted to bring the camera gear, but it's still really, really intense on the calves and on the legs. Every time I lift my foot, it lifts up a little bit less than before, but no doubt it's going to be worth it when we get there. Can't be too much further. best news we've had so far on this climb. We're only about half an hour from halfway point, which will do me. I think that's as high as we're going to go. Hopefully the wind stays down and we can get the drone out a little bit and fly around, get some of this footage from the top and just see just how high we've come up and try and get the big boomerang shot that we want to get to be the intro to the videos. Just look at this. Starting to feel worth all this water.
Really pleased with what we've got to. Some fantastic footage in camera.
So we're making a difficult but much more sensible decision. We're going to call it a day here. So we're about 500 meters up. We're not too far from the snow summit, but you see up there, there's tiny little people. You can't even see them on the camera. That's where we'd still have to get to just to meet the halfway point of Ben Nevis. We're making the decision not to go up. We're going to stop here, have a little rest and go down and enjoy the rest of the day and see what tomorrow brings. We've still had a fantastic time. These views are still sensational. Incredible views. You can hear the waterfalls in the background from all the melting snow coming down from the high ground. We've met some lovely people along the way. That's one good thing about this. Everyone is so friendly, even though most of them can't tell you how far it is to the top. We've had someone tell it was 20 minutes, someone tell it was half an hour, someone say it was an hour. So we just don't know exactly how much it is, but you know, we're going to call it here and do the sensible thing.
Walking through this valley, I see boulders in my way. Wandering around this place, there's nowhere I can stay. I will not surrender, there's no white flag in my hand. These trials will not render the courage in my stand. Now that I see the sweet light, there's a sunrise in my soul.
So even though we couldn't get to the top of Ben Nevis, we're not disappointed. We're still in really good spirits. We're sitting having food in front of these bloody big massive mountains full of snow. We're sitting eating gourmet meals that Sean prepared for us. I've still got a little bit of a plan of what I want to get from today. I'm coming down here because it's quite windy and I don't want it to affect the mic too much. So I'd still like to get 2 shots from today. One of them being an image of the beast, Sean's car. We've got a perfect spot here where we're going to lift it up a little bit, shoot from a slightly lower angle and get something really dramatic. Hopefully if we get something back in the sky started to white out. We do have snow forecast in the next couple of hours. So I'm hoping that we can get some detail back in that sky and get a really dramatic portrait. What I also want to get is a self-portrait. I've took shots of Sean, I've took some of my dad. I've got nothing of me yet and I want to get something really dramatic that I can remember this trip by. So I really like that mountain range in the background. I'm just going to try and figure out how I can shoot that and how I can set that up to shoot myself. We're battling the conditions here now. So I've just set up for my first self-portrait. I set it up, I put a timer on for 10 seconds. Sean very kindly held the light in this blustery wind. It is dangerous conditions for this. And we nailed it. Not third time, not second time, First time, first shot, straight out the bag, bang! If I get that back on the computer, it's out of focus, I'm going to be well pissed off. But happy with how that looks, so we're going to get a great... I was worried about the wind, because the wind is really picking up there. Got a cracking bit of footage there, just getting Sean to drive back and forward in the Beast. We'll try doing a multiple exposure shot of the car. I'm not 100% sure how happy I am with it, so I'm just going to have a look at that in Photoshop and see what I can do with it in post. There's getting a bit too much reflection on the car from the light. Car photography isn't my thing, but I thought I'd give it a go and just see what we could get with it. We're really happy with the footage we got from the car there with the drone. It is a tad bit windy, it was a bit naughty to have it up in this wind, but it was worth it for what we got. So we've just got back to the campsite. I've just downloaded a few shots that we've taken today and done a quick edit while I've still got some battery on the Mac before we head off for tea, and I can try and get a few more done then. So we're just going to have a cup of tea, sort our stuff out and then head over for tea, but really pleased with the shots and the footage we got today. Just going to upload one to Instagram now, so keep an eye out for that. Well, you would have seen it because this video is going to be in about 5 weeks. But really pleased with the drone footage we got of the car going around a few of the really good winding roads and stuff like that as well. So all in all, even though we didn't do what we intended to do today, we actually had a great day. It's been great fun, nice and relaxing still to sit down and have food and stuff on the verge of that hill and just taking all the views. And it's been nicer to do it, although you were non-stop up and down the hill. It's been a bit of a nicer pace today. It was a much harder walk back from Steele's Falls yesterday than it was certainly coming down Ben Nevis today. So all in all, really good day, really pleased with what we've got in terms of footage and photos. We've had a great laugh at the same time.
Bright smiles, flowers, one more test to see shadows in you, playing hide and seek. Remember the top of the Ferris wheel.
So we're just about sorted for tonight. So the plan is tonight we're going to nip along to the restaurant on site. We're going to edit a few of my dad's photos that he's taken so we can get them up on screen, have a great look at them, and just chill out and relax for the night before planning on what we're going to do tomorrow morning. There is snow forecast any second now, so hopefully it's not going to be too heavy, although the temperatures say they're not going to drop quite as low as last night. I did have frost on the inside of the tent last night, so hopefully if it stays above freezing tonight, we won't get any of that today. So that is it for today's video. We're just about to head home, well, head back to the tent anyway and go to sleep. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a big thumbs up, subscribe, and leave me a comment and let you know what you think. Don't forget to tune in next week for next week's installment. We've still got 2 more days left to go.